Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
On the national news from Babagagide Igbo Television, first the headlines. Nigeria Civil Service Union joins NLC, nationwide indefinite strike. Our central bank ex-governor Emefiele tried to sabotage 2023 general elections. 6 persons killed in fresh southern Kaduna attack. On sports, Victor Osimhen removes Napoli from his Instagram after threatening video. I am Morire Rabila Lawal, the news in detail. The Nigeria Civil Service Union has resolved to join the nationwide indefinite strike by the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC and the Trade Union Congress TUC of Nigeria starting on October 3, 2023. The Nigeria Civil Service Union stated this in a circular on Tuesday assigned by the Comrade Sani Rashid, the AGS HOD organization and States Council Affairs for the General Secretary and obtained by information. It was titled Notice of Nationwide Indefinite Strike Action by the Congress. I will bring to you one federal greetings from the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC, arising from the just concluded meeting of the National Executive Council meeting of the Congress held yesterday, September 26, 2023. The in session resolved to embark on a nationwide indefinite strike action with effect from October Tuesday, the third day in October 2023. The decision to embark on the industrial action is as a result of the hardship experienced by Nigerian workers and citizenry, occasioned by the sudden removal of petroleum subsidy, without any palliative measures put in place by the federal government. The Nigerian Senate President Godswill Akpabio has said the redesigned Naira note introduced by former Central Bank of Nigeria CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele prior to the last general elections was meant to disrupt the conduct of the polls. Speaking on the floor of the Senate on Tuesday during the screening of Olayemi Cardozo, nominee for the position of CBN Governor, and 4 Deputy Governor nominees for the Apex Bank, Akpabio asked Cardozo if he would also meddle in politics like his predecessor. Although he did not mention the name of Emefiele, it was clear he was referring to him. He said, CBN Governor, will you uphold the integrity, steadfastness to resist playing politicians, come to you to join the presidential race and display your posters even as a sitting CBN Governor in political conventions? Will you rush to display your profile electronically at political conventions while sitting as a governor? All because politicians have told you that you have enough money in CBN to do it. Don't forget that the fact that the money is in central bank isn't for you. Will you have the courage to resist the temptation to listen to politicians and throw your hat into the ring and go back to your office and sit as a CBN governor? Will you rush to sabotage the election in Nigeria by going for new notes 2 days to the election when no country in the world changes new notes within 1 year? You do your own in 14 days or 11 to see how you can sabotage the election in Nigeria. The former CBN Governor Emefiele in October 2022 announced the redesign of 200 Naira, 500 Naira and 1000 Naira notes. He had declared that the old Naira note would remain legal tender until January 31, 2023. This required the swapping of the old Naira note with the redesigned currencies before the expiration of the deadline. According to Emefiele, the policy was meant to, among others, migrate the country from a cash-based to cashless economy. The former CBN governor revealed at September 2022, 2.7 trillion naira of the 3.3 trillion naira in calculation was outside of the banking system. However, the currency redesign policy resulted in unintended consequences and hardship for citizens. Moving on to Kaduna. Terrorists on Tuesday night reportedly killed 6 persons in Takaine community of Atiab Chiefdom in Zango Katab, local government area of Kaduna State. The attack is coming barely 5 days after an attack was launched in Kaura when a woman was killed and 2 of her children were kidnapped. The acting secretary to the district head of the community, Mr. Samson Marcus, who confirmed the sad incident on Wednesday, said the terrorists invaded the village at around 7 p.m., opened fire, killing 4 people in the same compound while 2 in another family. According to him, the two children were also victims of the deadly attack. We were going about our normal businesses when we heard gunshots. We thought it was military at first until we saw it was the Fulanis who came in the Zango urban, Marcus alleged. Before the military arrived, they have succeeded in killing 6 persons, including 2 children. The arrival of the military was what scared them, and they took to their heels and left the community. It's unfortunate this kind of sad incident continues to happen in armed villages where we thought normalcy had returned. And to the next story. Tension has enveloped the officers' barracks of the Warri Area Command of the Nigeria Police in Delta State as the son of a serving inspector, resident in the barracks, and reportedly stabbed a fellow resident to death following a misunderstanding. Information gathered that the police son named as Destiny Ogbantu, a student of Madonna University, lost his temper amid the skirmishes and stabbed a neighbor when Onyebuchi Emeka to death within the vicinity of the Block D Warri Barracks apartment. The gun incident reportedly occurred on Friday evening, September 22, 2023. Witness said that following an altercation between the duo, Destiny suddenly rushed to his father's apartment upstairs and picked a knife and made the act. Chased Onyebuchi for a few moments across all the blocks to the east end of the barracks. The witness said Onyebuchi was stabbed repeatedly at the back and deep inside his chest by the inspector's son. All this was witnessed by a resident of the barracks, including the mother of the dead suspect and his siblings. One of the witnesses, who would not want his name in print, said. And to the next story. The Enugu State Police Command has paraded no fewer than 92 suspected criminals arrested between August 16 and September 25. Also, 12 kidnapped or abducted victims were rescued from the various parts of the state within the period under review. The suspects were arrested for cultism, robbery, murder, kidnapping, and unlawful possession of firearms. Items recovered from them included 4 AK-47 rifles, 66 other firearms of different calibers, 333 live ammunition of different calibers, 25 vehicles, and several other incriminating items such as charms and phones. Addressing his maiden press conference in his assumption as of his 28th Commissioner of Police in Enugu, the CP Kanayo Uzuebo disclosed that it included one Kelechi Okwara, age 27, of Ohafia, Abia State, who had last Saturday, September 23rd, conspired with his brother, who worked as a security man in a house in Trans-Ekolu, Enugu, to kidnap his brother's master's brother-in-law in a nanny and little baby. Kelechi and his brother, who are now at large, had taken the victim to an unknown destination on 23rd September 2023 at about 8 p.m. and demanded and obtained the money 3 million naira from the said master and used the proceeds to buy a red-colored Toyota Corolla car, which was recovered upon his arrest last Sunday. After that story, we'll go to the next one on the national news. The Nigerian military troops in joint operation with the Department of State Services, DSS, and Nigeria Immigration Service, NIS, have arrested 2 women, Rashida Umar and Rukia Laden, caught in possession of live ammunition. They were both caught and arrested by troops of the 177 Guards Battalion Command Post in Akwanga, Nasarawa State on Saturday. The women, who were on their way to deliver the ammunition to yet to be identified arms dealer in Kotangura, Niger State, were moving from Fatankashi in Senga LGA of the state towards Akwanga. Part of the recovered item from the women was a 1,000 Rex of 7.62 mm with 39 mm special ammunition. The women, together with the recovered ammunition, have been handed over to the DSS for further investigation and necessary action. And to the next story. A mother of 3, Mrs. Taylulu Solomon, has reportedly killed her 65-year-old husband, Felix Solomon, with a pistol in Ondo State. According to the state-owned newspaper, the incident occurred at GRA in Ondo Town at the weekend. It was gathered that the couple had been having a lingering crisis and the woman had threatened to kill him. According to the son of the deceased, Ibukun Solomon, who witnessed the incident, his mother killed his father in his sleep after a major argument. My mother killed my father with a pistol in presence and took to her ears. She used the pistol to hit his head when he was asleep, he narrated. Earlier on the fateful day, a minor argument had ensued between them and had resulted in a fight. After the fight, my father went to lie on the chair and my mother hit his head with a pistol. He became unconscious in the process and fell down from where he was sleeping. My mother used the pistol to do the act. When my mother saw that my father was already unconscious, she hid the pistol at the back of our house and ran away. It was learned that Aziz was on the floor of the house when the people of the community arrived at the scene and they called the police for help. It was further gathered that Aziz had planned to report the woman to her family before she sent him to his grave. A member of the deceased family said they were making effort to settle this incessant fight between the couple before the tragedy struck. The source revealed that it was not the first time such face-off would occur between the couple, and the family would settle it amicably. The woman had been threatening to kill her husband, said the story. And to end the national news is a sports story. Victor Osimhen has removed almost every mention of Napoli from his Instagram account after threatening to sue the club over an unacceptable video posted on TikTok mocking the striker. Osimhen struck 26 goals in 32 appearances last season as Napoli won their first Serie A title in more than 30 years. As a result, it was a subject of interest from several clubs across Europe this summer, including Manchester United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Paris Saint-Germain, and Real Madrid. However, he was busily mocked by Napoli on social media after missing a penalty in their 0-0 draw with Bologna over the weekend. In a now deleted clip posted on Napoli's TikTok account, Osimhen is shown appealing for the penalty and missing it while a high-pitched voice says, "Give me penalty, please." And fans have now spotted that Osimhen has taken down nearly all Napoli-related posts from his Instagram account. Osimhen's agent Roberto Calenda hit out at the club in a statement saying the video was not acceptable and that they reserve the right to take legal action against Napoli over it. With a sports story, we've come to the end of today's national news. Before we go, some headlines. Nigeria Civil Service Union joins NLC nationwide indefinite strike. Our Central Bank ex-governor Emefiele tried to sabotage 2023 general elections. 6 persons killed in fresh Kaduna attack. Inspector arrested as sworn stabbed neighbors to death. We also brought to you on sport, Victor Osimhen removes Napoli from his Instagram after threatening to sue the club. For more updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is Babagide Imo Television. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to follow all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagide Imo with Alawiye Adibayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Rabila Lawa. Good afternoon.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.